game on Sunday, we knew that the race was going to unravel in the first few components of the race. Yes, the first 5 to 10 laps were going to be critical. We had a very resilient tire, the hard, that we could fit nearly from lap 1 and go to the end, and a quite frail soft tire that would give up at some point in between lap 5 and 15. With Charles, we started from pole position and he managed to keep that position on the first lap. Shortly after, he came to turn 15 and he found a big branch, and that's where Hamilton took advantage of this and overtook him on lap 2. Furthermore, as he kept on going, he kept Verstappen and Perez behind, but they managed to overtake him. Lap 7, Verstappen came by. This made Charles lose a second, going backwards, and Perez another lap. Lap 8, another second backwards. Every time a competitor overtakes us, we lose a second, and this puts us in a very frail position because it brings us closer to whichever competitor we're protecting. In this case, we thought we were genuinely racing Gasly, but the overtakes of Verstappen and Perez just put us closer and closer to Gasly. So on lap 7, Verstappen overtook us. On lap 8, Perez overtook us, and we said, okay, let's hold our horses. Gasly cannot stop. We had Kimi in the back; he couldn't stop. But on lap 9. Gasly had the window to stop into free air in front of Kimi. And we saw that even though Charles's pace recovered a little bit, we were still slower than Gasly at that point. So we thought, okay, we have a tire that goes to the end from here on. Let's stop and put the hard, at least we don't run the risk of Gasly undercutting us. Now, when we fitted the hard, we expected a little bit of warm-up. We expected a tire that was not going to be very strong for the first 2 sectors. But as it turned out, the warm-up was worse than expected. And for the first 2 laps, Charles on the new hard could not manage to lap at the same pace as Gasly on the old soft. So that's how Gasly managed to overcut us for position. Okay, so whenever we have a red flag, we just reset the race or however many laps we have. In this case, of course, 2 laps. You know there's not going to be any pit stop or anything. And you just gear up to have the best start performance you can have. So it was clear for everyone that we just had to put the softer tire we could and be ready to have the best start possible the first lap. Warm up the brakes, warm up the tires to be ready for that first lap overtakes at the start and on the first few corners. So this weekend, we brought a new face to the pit wall. His name is Robin, and he has been working with us since 2017 on the strategy department. We have a small group of people here following cars and helping us with making all the decisions. And Robin has been doing this job for several years now. And as such, we have been doing this transition for the last year and a half, in which Robin has come to 7 races out of the last year to shadow me in that position, and finally has come to time in which he comes to the pit wall and makes the pit stop calls instead of me. I am still responsible for strategy, but he is a very capable person and only uses me for advice. On this side, I now take care of the sporting side during the races, which is a role that Laurent Mekies used to cover up to now. As a whole, Ferrari is growing as a team. We're ensuring that not only we move from one road to another, but we ensure that Ferrari will have a solid engineering structure going to the future.